In this tutorial, I would be sharing how to draft out a 6 pieces blouse. To begin, we're going to be starting with the patterns, and I've got my pattern paper right here. This line is my chest line. I have the bust line underneath, the under bust, the waistline, and the full length of the pattern. The full length of this blouse is 24 inches. Now let us proceed to drafting the pattern proper. The first thing I will do is to mark out my darts. And to do that, right on the waistline, I am placing half of my bust span measurements and I'm taking 1 inch for that on the waistline. So just go ahead and draw in my darts. After marking out my darts, I will then place my horizontal measurement. First, I'll be placing half of my bust, quarter of my bust measurements on the chest line. I'll be placing a quarter of the waist measurements plus 1 inch dart allowance on the waistline, and I would also be placing a quarter of the hip measurements on the hip line. I'll be connecting all of these points together. After that, I will then proceed to do my underbust tightening, and to do that, I'll be marking 1 inch away towards the side of my pattern. Use my hand to draw a curve from the bust line to the underbust line. I would also use my pattern master to smoothen out the curve and then extend my dart legs. So before then, I would also be marking 1 inch for my bust darts. After that, I'll be completing my dart. I'll join from the under bust line to the waistline. My neck width is 3 inches, while the neck depth I'll be working on will still be 3 inches. I would be altering this later on. I'll proceed to draw in a round neckline. After that, I'm going to be getting the midpoint of my shoulder slant. I would be connecting that midpoint to my dart. Next, I'll proceed to draw in my armhole. Once I'm done, I would be taking some inches away from the side. I would mark 1 inch above. Use the curvy part of my pattern master to smoothen out the curve. For now, I am done with the front. I will then move on to the back before we work on the 6 pieces effect. For the back pattern, the first thing I would do is to mark out some measurement from the center back on the waistline. I took out about 0.75 inch. Next, I'm going to be placing my horizontal measurement. I'm placing a quarter of my bust measurement on the chest line, a quarter of my waist measurement plus 1 inch dart allowance, and a quarter of the hip measurement, which is the actual measurement I have right there. I will be connecting all of these points together. Next, I'm going to be drawing the neckline for the back, and I'm going for 2 inches neck depth and a round neckline. I'd also be drawing in my armhole. Once I'm through with that, I will then proceed to draw in my dart allowance. Just like I did for the front, I will do likewise for the back. I would be dividing the shoulder slant into two, connect it to the dart. Also, I will be taking out some measurements from the sides of the back. Take out 1 inch from the side and then blend it in. So guys, this is what my pattern is looking like so far. As you can see, both the front and the back. What I'll do next is to cut this out, and then we will now work on the 6 pieces effect. So I've cut it out guys, and I've got the center front, side back, and the center back. To create the 6 pieces, I'm going to be using an extra pattern paper and my cello tape. So I'll be taping this extra pattern paper to the center front of my pattern, making sure it cuts across the waistline. So after that, I'll be doing my spread. The first thing I'll do is to rule a line at the end of my pattern paper so that both papers are of the same length. Next, I'm going to be determining how wide I want to spread, and I'm going to be going for 3 inches. Afterwards, I'll be connecting that point to my waistline. So for these 6 pieces, you're creating your spread from the waistline. After joining, I would be cutting this out. Take out the excess pattern paper. And this is what my pattern is looking like. This is the center front, and we only spread on one side. For the side front, I would be doing something similar, but we would be spreading on the both sides of the side front. So first thing I'll do is to join an extra pattern paper to the both sides of the side front. To spread, this part right here is the part that joins to the center front, and I'll be spreading by 3 inches just like I did for the center front. I'll connect that to the waistline. This other part right here is my side, the part I will be joining to the back, and I'll be spreading that by 2 inches. You can also decide to spread by 3 inches, but I just think 2 inches is fine. I'll be using the curvy part of my pattern master to draw my connections. Next, I'll be taking out any excess pattern paper. And guys, this is what the side front is looking like. So I'm done with the front. We would be repeating something similar for the back pattern. For the back, I'll be starting with the center back. This is the part that goes into the zipper, and we will not be spreading that part. I will only be spreading the part that would join together with the side back. After joining the extra pattern paper, I'll rule a line to make them of equal length, spread by 3 inches also, connect it to the waistline of the center back, take out the excess pattern paper, and this right here is what I have for the center back. For the side back, I will do something similar like I did for the side front. I will be spreading on both sides of the side back. So here I'm spreading by 3 inches, the part that would join to the center back. I'll take out the excess pattern paper and join another pattern paper to the side, the part that will join to the center front, to the side front rather, and spread by 2 inches. After spreading, I'll take out the excess, and this right here is what I have. So guys, I've got my pattern. I have my side back here, my center back right here. I also have my side front here and my center front right here. This is a closer look of what my patterns are looking like. So it is only the sides that will spread on both sides of the pattern. I have gone ahead to cut out on my fabric and also on my lining, making sure I add all of the necessary seam allowances. For the side front, I also ensured I added my side seam allowance along the side. I added about 1.5 inch along the side. So guys, that will be all for this tutorial. In my next tutorial, the next video, I'm going to be sharing the step-by-step sewing process of this blouse. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure you click on the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe to the channel. It is a way of motivating me, and also leave your comments down below. Stay blessed and see you guys in my next tutorial.